Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. And we are going to be talking about something just real simple today. Real simple. And it is the trap I think a lot of people, myself included, fell into when it comes to doing your work. So I know that doing our recovery work in these times is even extra challenging because we're more isolated and it feels like there's less access to things that might be nourishing. But I want to remind you of something. So maybe I want you to use this time with me today, these couple minutes, to think about if you're doing recovery and there's no pleasure involved in it, no play, it's going to feel like another task. And it's going to be heaped onto the pile of everything else of that triggers perfectionism, which is I've got to do the meal plan right, and I've got to do X amount of times a day of journaling, and even the neurosensory work that I encourage people to do around getting themselves more regulated, less out of fight or flight, juice yourself out of please and freeze. Now, all that is not done by yourself. I mean, the most effective way is to be doing it in relationship, of course. But when you're on your own, which we are sometimes before meals, in transitions from work to the evening, from evening to bed, from morning to the next task, if there is not a sense of play or pleasure or even choice involved, it's just going to feel like another thing to do that you're slogging through doing because that's the right thing to do versus, oh, I want to try this new thing. Oh, I don't want to tiptoe through this thing, let's say eating some more challenging foods. I don't want to tiptoe and do the safest thing first this time because I know the thing I really want is over here that would bring me pleasure. And so that needs to be a part of your journey as well. So my encouragement to you is to think about right now, if you're going to need to eat, why not it tastes good? If you are going to need to slow down and do nothing, when I say do nothing, that means not check your email 10,000 times a day, not take on assignments that's not really, you don't need to be doing, but you're just doing it because that's the pattern of trying to prove that you're worth something, whatever. And, I've encouraged you to just stop and sit in a chair for a few minutes. Pick a chair that you like to sit in. Have comfortable pillows on it that are fluffy. If you're going to get outside, find your favorite shade tree to sit underneath. Whatever it is, and take the dog with you. It's really important to be very intentional about bringing play, pleasure, comfort into these recovery actions. Otherwise, again, it just is going to be oh, I got to do my appointment, and then I got to do the groceries, and then I got to do the other thing. And we're trying to build a affirming life here. Not okay, let's hurry up and get this task of recovery over with, and then I can add more stuff to my life. It's well, only if it's affirming, and only if it's about choice and not about compulsion. So thank you all so much for watching, and I do hope that you have pleasurable plans for this weekend. I know that we don't have access to everything we could ever want all the time right now, but we can find something, whether it's go to the dollar store and get a new puzzle. There's always something that we can find, and that's what I want you to look for this weekend. All right. I want to talk a little bit more next week, and tell me, I would love to hear in the comments below, one, what you might do for pleasure within your recovery, whether it's restricting, binge eating, whatever it is that's going on for you, that you would use some pleasure for in your recovery versus a white-knuckling shoulds and to-do form of recovery. And then secondly, next week I want to talk a little bit more about what recovery even means, especially in these weird times. And so I would love to get your feedback about what feels challenging or uncomfortable for you. And you can email me at tracybrownrd@gmail.com if you'd like to share those. I would love to hear that. Everything's anonymous, of course. And, there won't be any illusion to who or what is sent me this message. But that's the fastest way that I can get that info and kind of make something good for us for next week. So if you have anything you'd like to share, I would love to hear it. And till next time, have a great day, and make sure you slow down and look for the good and why you're trying to do this. Bye for now.